for those that are considering summoning more Jin Hsis to get an S2, S3, S4, there's something that you really need to know about her sequence. Now, over the past few days, a lot of people have brought this up, and the issue was with her S2, because that is where most players would stop at as a stopping point for any sequences of any characters, because of the gacha and pulling new characters in the future. Now, her S1 gives her 4 stacks of basically like a 20% increase each stack of Illuminous Epiphany. It adds up to like an 80%. So basically each stack lasts 6 seconds and you can stack up to 4 times, which is 80%. The biggest issue was with her S2, which says that she restores 50 incandescent stacks while staying out of combat for more than 4 seconds, and it can only be triggered 1 time every 4 seconds. On paper, this is extremely broken because she has 50 max stacks for incandescence. This would basically mean that every 4 seconds that she's not fighting, you would get 50 stacks. The misconception comes with the term staying out of combat. Staying out of combat in this context means that you don't fight anyone for more than 4 seconds. A lot of people thought, myself included, that staying out of combat meant her switching out to another character, and therefore that would make her super OP because you wouldn't even need another support for her. You just go with Jin Hsi, Verena, and just anyone else. That would take up more than 4 seconds, you come back and you nuke with max stacks. But that's not what it means. I Win to Lose Gaming made a really good video about this, and what he did was he did a 0 seconds hologram boss by abusing this, basically this max incandescent stacks. The only difference between S2 and S0 or S1 is that you have to stack manually before S2 out of combat. So this might be good for overworld farming, but it's not as good for, let's say, Tower of Adversity, Elusive Realm. It's not as good for hologram bosses. It still has its users, but it's not as broken as what most people thought at first. So be careful about that. If you ever want to summon for S2, you do have to understand that